Hello, today's daily reading comes from the book of Sirach, starting at chapter 13 and reads as follows. He who touches pitch will be defiled. He who has fellowship with a proud man will become like him. Don't take up a burden above your strength. Have no fellowship with one who is mightier and richer than yourself. What fellowship would the earthen pot have with the kettle? The kettle will strike, and the pot will be dashed in pieces. The rich man does a wrong and threatens. The poor is wronged and apologizes. If you are profitable, he will make merchandise of you. If you are in lack, he will forsake you. If you own something, he will live with you. He will drain you bare and will not be sorry. Does he need you? Then he will deceive you, smile at you, and give you hope. He will speak kindly to you and say, "What do you need?" He will feel shame, he will shame you by his meats until he has made you bear twice or thrice. And in the end, excuse me, and in the end he will laugh you to scorn. Afterward he will see you, will forsake you, and shake his head at you. Beware that you are not deceived and brought low in your mirth. If a mighty man invites you, be reserved, and he will invite you more. Don't press him, lest you be thrust back. Don't stand far off, lest you be forgotten. Don't try to speak with him as an equal, and don't believe his many words, for he will test you with much talk and will examine you in a smiling manner. He who doesn't keep secrets to himself is unmerciful. He won't hesitate to harm and to bind. Keep them to yourself and be careful, for you walk in danger of falling. Every living creature loves its own kind, and every man loves his neighbor. All flesh associates with their own kind. A man will stick to people like himself. What fellowship would the wolf have with the lamb? So is the sinner to the godly. What peace is there between hyena and a dog? What peace is there between a rich man and the poor? Wild donkeys are the prey of lions in the wilderness. Likewise, poor men are feeding grounds for the rich. Lowliness is an abomination to a proud man. Likewise, a poor man is an abomination to the rich. When a rich man is shaken, he is supported by his friends, but one of the low degree is down. He is pushed away even by his friends. When a rich man falls, there are many helpers. He speaks things not to be spoken, and men justify him. A man of low degree falls, and men rebuke him. He utters wisdom and is not listened to. A rich man speaks, and all keep silence. They extol what he says to the clouds. A poor man speaks, and they say, "Who is this?" If he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him. Riches are good if they have no sin. Poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly. The heart of a man changes his countenance, whether it is for good or for evil. A cheerful countenance is a sign of a prosperous heart. Devising proverbs takes strenuous thinking. Chapter 14. Blessed is the man who has not slipped with his mouth and doesn't suffer from sorrow for sins. Blessed is he whose soul does not condemn him and who has not given up hope. Riches are not appropriate for a stingy person. What would an envious man do with money? He who gathers by denying himself gathers for others. Others will revel in his goods. If one is mean to himself, to whom will he be good? He won't enjoy his possessions. There is none more evil than he who is stingy with himself. This is a punishment for his wickedness. Even if he does good, he does it in forgetfulness. In the end, he reveals his wickedness. A miser is evil. He turns away and disregards souls. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion. Wicked injustice dries up his soul. A miser begrudges bread and is lacking at his table. My son, according to what you have, treat yourself well, and bring worthy offerings to the Lord. Remember that death will not wait, and that the covenant of Hades hasn't been shown to you. Do good to your friend before you die, according to your ability. Reach out and give to him. Don't defraud yourself of a good day. Don't let the portion of a good desire pass you by. Won't you leave your labors to another and your toils be divided by lot? Give, take, and treat yourself well, because there is no seeking of luxuries in Hades. All flesh grows old like a garment, for the covenant from the beginning is, you must die. Like the leaves flourishing on a thick tree, some it sheds and some grow. So also are the generations of flesh and blood. One comes to an end and another is born. Every work rots and falls away, and its builders will depart with it. Blessed is the man who meditates on wisdom and who reasons by his understanding. He who considers her ways in his heart will also have knowledge of her secrets. Go after her like one who tracks and lie and wait in her ways. He who pries in at her windows will also listen at her doors. He who lodges close to her house will also fasten a nail in her walls. He will pitch his tent near at hand to her, and will lodge in the lodging where good things are. He will set his children under her shelter, and will rest under her branches. By her he will be covered from heat, and will lodge in the glory. Amen.